So, thanks. So, how you guys doing today? Pretty good? Pretty well? All right. All right, so I'm going to talk to you about creativity. It's a wonderful thing. It's a nice tool to have, but I'm going to start you off with a quote. The brain is a wonderful organ. It starts the moment you get up and doesn't stop until you get into the office, by Robert Frost. That means that, you're all creative in the morning, but then once you get into that job or that one specific place, it's just like, oh man, I got to follow instructions to do everything I did yesterday the same way and all that. But the definition of creativity is the use of the imagination of original ideas, especially in the product of an artistic work. I don't know about y'all, but when I think about an artistic work, I think of like, art or sculpture and all that. But does it actually have to pertain to art? I don't think so, because see, Miss Haybig here is her artistic work is more of the English language, and she does it really well in a creative way. But I had some kids that they would go around schools K through 12 and asked if they were artists, and kindergartners they raised their hands and they're like, yeah, I'm an artist. But as soon as they got to the older ages, or the 12th graders, their hands were dwindling and all that, because most scientists think that as we get younger, it's the creative level goes down. Whatnot, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's that there's these blocks that we have that keep us from whatnot. And then, but as well as as I was saying, we follow instructions and we do the same thing over and over again. I don't know if you guys knew, but before, Lego, everybody know Lego, right? All right, well, before they came out with all Star Wars or whatnot, they didn't have instruction books. They had kids just make whatever they want, doing their creative thinking or whatnot. But again, those blocks, instruction books, just following steps. But as well as, the thing is, number one, creating and evaluating at the same time. Creating is the generation of new ideas and considering the possibilities, while evaluating is analyzing and judging the outcome. So you're thinking of it before you actually even start making it. And so, it's not good. And then too many people evaluate before they start creating, and so that creative lack comes way before. Number two, fear of failure. Everybody knows Babe Ruth, 715 home runs, no big deal. But he had that home run hitting ability, but he also was a master at striking out. And that's because he never swung for a double or a triple. He always swung for the fences. And he was never afraid to fail, because he became the one who hit most home runs and was very successful. And with every success comes a failure. Also, number three, lack of confidence. There's a certain point where you need to stop and say, yeah, I can't do that, it's not for me. But you shouldn't get yourself down to the point where you just can't even think anymore. You think you can't do anything. You can have a little bit of, self-doubt, because that's good for everybody. You don't want to be pushing yourself to where you think you can do all that. Then four, being trapped by false limits. Now, I'm not going to lie to you and say you can do anything you want to, because you can do whatever you want to, but you can't do everything. And there are many things we just we can't do and stop, but we also just stop at the bare minimum. That's just a fact. We're human beings. We stop when it's easy, we stop. But then we need to push ourselves to that goal. Just because something's hard, that shouldn't let us keep us down or whatnot. And if we could just surpass these bumps and these things that keep us holding us back, we can again reach that creative, positive level of creatability. And creativity, it's not a talent, it's a way of operating.